27-23. We're getting ready to start up the second crucial half of this action here in this AA powerhouse matchup. Scott, number 6 in the state, number 5 in the state versus the top 10 team in Bluefield. And here we go. Skyhawks getting the ball here to start out the half. Right hand side to Jesse Belcher, up top to Tully. Tully, who had a hot hand early in the first half there, ended up at 9. But he was not outdone by Harmon as he had 14. Ward handing it over to Tully. Tully going to fire it up. No good as it was deflected, but Harmon with the quick hands and a steal to Tully. It's good.
Yeah. Doing what he does best is putting it in around the rim, Tony. Another layup opportunity for the Skyhawks. You know, and it started on the defensive end. You know, that's what Kingery preaches here all the time, and he's starting to see it right here early in the second half.
As Woodrum can't connect on it, and Ward coming up with the rebound. And Tully let the big dog eat.
I'm telling you.
He's won it. He's earning every single one of them, running down the floor, beating every single defender until he's winning the foot race.
Yeah, I looked over after that pass was complete, looked at Shane Griffith's face, and he's thinking, hey, man, where was Ward? Could have used him in the fall. Nothing against Nevin. We're not picking on you. Just it was a good pass by Ward.
Dave Ward's going to get his first personal lucky. That wasn't on Tully. That would have been his third. He had me fooled. I thought it was on him. But Kyle Harris will be at the line to shoot, too.
Who'd they give the foul? Oh, it's Ward.
Ward. It's good to see that Ward only with one foul and Harmon with only one foul in the third quarter. And Harris connects on the other. He's 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Tully, Ward saying he kept his pivot foot. He may have drug it a little bit.
May have. I mean, he's just such long strides, Tony.
When you move 6 feet.
Yeah.
Whether you lost your pivot foot or kept it, that's sketchy.
Yeah. 6.5 feet moving through the court. I know what you're saying.
3-second violation.
Ooh. I don't know who called that one, Tony. I don't know if that was.
I think the whole bench and the crowd over here to our left. I like it. Home court advantage at its finest here at the Hawks Nest.
That's what Jason. I know that's what he wanted. That's what they talked about early. You know, the atmosphere they had to go to at Bluefield.
31-25. Scott by 6. Over in the corner, Dave Ward open for 3. It's good. First three-pointer for either team in this one. And what a big time, and that got the crowd into it.
Yeah, as Kingery's loving it, slapped him on the back as he went by. What passion he has for his boys, his town, and his basketball team. And I tell you what, they're looking good here early in the second half, Tony.
Nice shot by Eads. A tough shot, I should say. Jesse Belcher getting it into Tully. Tully putting it on the deck and getting it over to Harmon. He's going to, almost traveled right there too.
Yep.
Fortunately, he's able to keep the pivot and keep the ball going. Ward finding Harmon, who had his man pinned down low and traveling. Yep.
Well, that's something they lacked calling in the first half, Tony, when bodies hit the floor. Looks like they've went into halftime, made some adjustments.
Dolan. Harmon took a step in there and it threw off Dolan on the inbound pass. And going down, nice take by Collier.
Tell you, Scott's not had a lot of trouble with the Bluefield pressure here tonight, have they?
No, they've done a very good job of bringing that ball up the floor. Dave Ward, he said, "You're going to give me the lane. I'm just going to take it and float it over Ryan Shorter." And Dave Ward now with 5 points here in the second half. I have him with 9 now. So Tully with 13, Ward with 9, and Harmon with 14, and that's your scoring. 36-29, Scott up by 7, 5 minutes to go, and the ball's going to circle around, no good. Harmon's going to come up with the rebound. Tully out to Ward, open for 3. It's good. And I knew Bluefield was going to take a timeout there. That was expected. Everybody in the crowd knew that one.
Ward, 2 big shots, Tony, from the corner. That's a hard shot to make, regardless of the of the distance is shooting from the side of the rim, and then we're a long way out.
It's sheer accuracy. You have no backboard to bail you out.
Absolutely.
And 39-29, Scott opening this one up by 10 points. And a full timeout taken here by Bluefield. They're going to circle the wagons for a full 60 seconds. Well, I think if you had to compare who made the better halftime adjustment, Kingery's winning.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They come out all guns a-blazing, Tony, but it's really a lot of what they've done in the first half. It's just Bluefield's just not able to stop them. It looks like when Bluefield went in, they said, well, we're going to try to turn the pressure up on them. Scott said, bring it on. That's just, that's more of what we like to play. Get up and down the floor. They're hitting their outlets, their run-outs on the lanes, filling their lanes on fast breaks. I'll tell you, man, when Scott gets playing like this, it'd be tough to beat them in AA.
Yeah, I mean, this is the time of the year you want to see your team firing all cylinders.
Yep.
Again, 4:47 mark here in this one, and Scott's outscored them 12-6 to start out the second half. Exactly what Coach Kingery wanted, not what the Beavers wanted.
No. Well, this is kind of the way they started out the game too, Tony. It kind of fizzled between the 5 and 3 minute mark.
And Kyle Harris is going to get fouled there. Like you said, started out and Bluefield found their way to work their way back into it. And maybe let's see if you're right here. This could be the stepping stone to get that ball rolling back toward Bluefield's way. The momentum ball, that is. The Big Mo. Harmon getting his second. And Harris, he gets another one to fall.
Yep. And he may not want to be the guy that goes to the line, if you're Jason Kingery, because he missed one tonight, Tony.
Yeah, that's right on the money. And 7 of 8.
And it's not like he's 1 of 2. I mean, he shot, what?
He's 7 of 8 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
He's, like you said, only missed 1. He's been right on the money. Tully, the Belcher. Finally, a little bit of pressure by Bluefield causing turnover. Belcher, nice job of sinking back, like a little defensive back there. You can relate to that.
Yep.
And Harmon and one, and Kingery, as you can see, fist pumping it, flexing it, showing the student section his lovely biceps. And Harmon going to go to the line to shoot an and one. Foul is going to go on 21, Harley Trimble, his first personal. And Harmon can't connect on the free throw. Yeah. He's missed 2 tonight.
So we don't see him miss very often, Tony.
Kyle Harris, top of the key, on the right side, working in through the paint on Tully. Nice up and under for Kyle Harris. He's a senior. Dave Ward finding Harmon. Wow, we're going to give him with the offensive foul. And that's going to be 3 on Harmon.
Yep. He'll come set down for a while.
He's going to have to. 41-33, 3:54 to go in the third quarter. Scott up by 8. They were up 27-23 at the half, only up by 4. So they've been the ones coming out firing here so far. Kyle Harris tried to go for the no-look pass to number 21, Harley Trimble, but it was swatted out of bounds. Last touch by Harmon. Excuse me, not Harmon, Ward.
Hey, you got to love the team that their Bluefield's JV team and maybe some of the non-starters all went with the Mohawk look.
Yeah.
Give them mad respect for that.
I know they got more guts than I do. I wasn't the Mohawk kind of guy, but then again, I'm also going bald. I don't know if I can even pull off the Mohawk. I can pull off the reverse.
Oh.
Kyle Harris, no good. KJ Mans with the putback. And Dave Ward's going to get charged with the foul. That'll be his second.
That's tough to take as you'll hear the crowd around us. Tony starts getting fired up, but this is the time that Bluefield's really got to take advantage of Harmon not being in the game.
41-33, 8-point lead by Scott. 3-point shot up, no good. Ward with the rebound. They're going to give the foul that time to KJ Mans. That'll be his second. Team second of the half. And the score remained 41-33 with 3:27 to go in this third quarter of action. And here we go. We're getting ready to get the ball back in play. Jesse Belcher getting it into Dave Ward. Finds it a running Marshall Tully, but is tipped by the guy off the bench, Courtney Wallace, number 11. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Scott as Ward or Belcher there stripped it out of bounds. So what that's going to do is force Bluefield to run an offensive set instead of scoring on the fast lane. And Dolan getting in the way though on that inbound pass. Tully got to watch out behind him. Pulls up, no good. Dolan with the rebound, getting it back out to Belcher. And Belcher going to pull it back out and give it to Dolan in the right-hand corner, back out to Belcher. Belcher being the field general that he always is, and he's left open the top of the key. Side rim, no good. Rebound's going to go to Kyle Harris. Going to push the ball back up the floor for the Beavers. Crossing the half-court line, going through the paint. Left side, KJ Mann, no good as he can't find what he's looking for there and gets it out to Kyle Harris, right wing. He goes into the paint, finds number 25, Anthony Eads, and he connects. 41-35, Scott up by 6.
Yeah, that was a good cut to the basket, Tony.
Dave Ward's going to be fouled from behind there by Anthony Eads, and as you said, nice cut there by Bluefield.
That's right. Yeah, that's what it takes normally, man, to try to get your offense going when you've been stagnant. You just got to move. You know, don't stay in your spot. This kid done a good job finding the soft spot in the lane. Good shot, too. I mean, he got bodied when he went up, so it wasn't like it was an easy, uncontested shot.
Anthony Eads picking up his first personal, team's third. Dave Ward back out to Jesse Belcher. Belcher is finding out where he wants to go with this one. It's going to go over to the right side. Dave Ward, he missed the three. Pushing the ball up the floor will be number 10, Lykel Collier. Right-hand side, Kyle Harris.
Yep.
Charge. Nice job by Tully. The 2 fouls there of drawing a charge of Kyle Harris, and that'll be his second. He was playing it in there, had a garden set up, had a bonfire, some marshmallows. Nice job there by Marshall Tully. And you said it there in the first half. We call him our Mr. Intangible for his defensive effort. Tonight he's been showing what he can do on the offensive end. But that's why, that's another reason why he gets the minutes he does.
That's exactly right. You know, and anybody that's watched all of our broadcasts, he's really the equivalent of Gary Miller to this team is what Gary is to Logan. You know, Mr. Intangible.
And that Dolan unable to get open. It's going to force Jesse Belcher to take a 30-second timeout here for Scott. And we'll be right back here with the remainder of this third quarter of action here on wvsportsnet.com. I'm Tony Lane alongside with Jonathan Foster. Again, we are wvsportsnet.com.